I've never been to the National Zoo from this side as opposed to the Woodley Park Zoo Adams Morgan entrance, but it's really pretty. Fortunately, it seems Africa Trail is still under renovations, so I think I'm going on a VR adventure instead. That's my first activity at the zoo. Pretty nifty little kids farm they have here. Please tell me this Ben & Jerry's truck somehow has Dippin' Dots. Otherwise, I'll get my Dippin' Dots somewhere else. Huh. Well, I most certainly will be scanning the QR code for this and attaching resources on how to help. And unfortunately, the VR Safari adventure appears to be closed. Why am I not surprised? If I hadn't just had a fruit and cheese platter from Starbucks, I would totally go here. But also trying to watch my cholesterol a little bit. Well, I hope it continues to be so for the African American community, but I imagine that this sign will be removed if the DEI censorship under President Pedophile goes through. A very brotherly argument, it seems. Yes, Dippin' Dots! Huzzah! Ooh. Oh, look at the prairie dog. How cute. Did you know that they have their own language? That's cool. Yeah, scientists have been able to study their sounds. Cool. Anyway. Huh. I did not know they had porcupines. What's that smell? See if we can find you. Probably not, because I imagine that it's so hot that they just want to retreat into their burrow, but yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything. The prairie dog, though, they're used to that. We'll be right back with HistoryFlights Tours after these Dippin' Dots. After these Dippin' Dots. After these Dippin' Dots. Produced with plant starch. Pretty nice that there's more uses for plant-based plastic these days, but we really just need to cut down on the overall production of plastic, as well as switch to different materials for it. Here, Palace says kitty, kitty, kitty. Psst, 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 psst. Doesn't seem like he's out. My guy just chilling like a villain. Well, I can see why they moved him here from National History Museum. That is one big triceratops fiberglass model. And after much consideration, I have decided to endorse your park. I don't think Zabumafu and his ringtail or other lemur pals want to come out today either. This is concerning, especially since DC is projected to be as hot as Jackson, Mississippi by 2050 due to climate change. But these turtles are just fine. One is swimming over there. All right, off to the Great Ape Reptile exhibit and the lions and elephants. It is a pretty nice carousel, but $4? Come on. Huh. Really gotta admire the plants here too. Like, whoo, that is huge. I wonder where the markings are for them, for botanical markings. Lion King's also sleeping in his Pride Rock. This is still cool information, even if probably not going to see as many animals as I was hoping, unless I go in indoor exhibits. Oh, I just cannot wait to be copyright strike. It looks like I spoke too soon and they're just lying around. Pretty good idea. These two lions will be prevented from expressing their affection for each other under President Trump because it'll be too queer. When lions are the epochal homosexual species in the cat kingdom. Just waiting for the girls to get back home for dinner, with the dinner, because they do nothing all day. If a swamp monkey that lives in the swampy forests and riverbanks of Eastern Africa, where it can get very humid, isn't coming out in the enclosed structure to play, that is a real problem, especially when, you know, they have quite a large body of water to work with here. Oh, there you are, buddy. I got to see vervet monkeys in South Africa. That was so cool. Hello. Probably the female if I had to guess. But, or maybe there's not sexual dimorphism. I'm not sure. Nice little bit of cross promotion for other museums there. Definitely interesting leads to explore. After all, I got to see the intersection of African and black art and space over a couple of different museums, so. Testing. I thought that said tasting, but well. Yeah, that's me trying to smile through fascism right now. The guy's never caught on. Anyway. This is a very different kind of testing for animals than I was worried about. I never expected that elephants could do this, but hey, they are very intelligent animals, so. It's a very overhauled great ape exhibit compared to when I visited a few years ago, so. Yeah, definitely don't use palm oil in anything. Oh, interesting. Right. but it needs to be planted on land that can sustain that and not cutting down rainforest to do that. There's the, what is it called? The Japanese macaque that does not have a tail because it's actually evolved for swimming in hot springs in Japan. Turns out that there was a land bridge and that got sunk and they just exploded everywhere. And the only reason they never got to the northernmost island of Hokkaido was just because there wasn't a land bridge there. So they've thrived there, and again, that means that there's not necessarily a dichotomy between tailed monkey, no-tail, great ape. Why are they endangered? I hate this so much. Well, palm oil, you know, rainforest clearing for that. And much of it illegal. So it's not like governments aren't trying. They're not trying hard enough. But even the best government efforts fail when poachers are determined enough. So again, we need to cut off their economic incentives by drastically reducing the use of palm oil to protect these amazing animals. Another fine addition to my brain collection. And more brains on display. Never enough brains! That brain almost looks like a scarab beetle. I wonder what this bit is on the Asian elephant brain. I think, therefore, I filmed sign with scientific explanation that's smarter than me. I never thought of it like that before. Ah, nuts. Brutal, but true. What is society, indeed? Other than the fact that we live in one. And once again, it's concerning that the orangutans are not outside when they live in a human environment. Yeah, they do use this network of artificial vines to get to the other exhibit, the main primate exhibit, I believe. So maybe we'll go check that out, or maybe the great, yeah, no, we saw the great cats already. Definitely the apes and elephants this time. You know, Reptile, sometimes I really envy your ability to just process whatever the sun throws at you instead of having to create heat internally.
Aww. What is it? It's a lizard. It's a lizard.
It is a lizard. Skink, you wanna see it? Look over there.
There's not even anybody home in this exhibit. Oh boy. Yeah, the indoor exhibits are definitely more popular today. Oh boy. I remember I got to go see a dangerous reptiles exhibit in Durban, South Africa, and in one of them, there was a glass dome that you could like crawl under the exhibit and pop your head out to see a reticulated python. So that's what that reminds me of. I just hope the glass doesn't open like Harry Potter. and no tapping on the glass for anybody who wants to do that. That scares reptiles, and that's just distressing and rude. Look at that curious little danger noodle. Don't worry, no monkeys here. We're just giant two-legged monkeys that are yelling at you. Anoles? How do you pronounce that? Looks like this guy can change color. And looks a little leafy. It says this iguana is home, but I don't see him anywhere. Oh, thank you, sir. Still kind of hard to see because he's in the leaves.
On top of the leaves.
On top of the leaves. Man, I'm still having trouble, but whatever. All good. That's what camouflage is for. Oh boy, I don't want to encounter any of these guys in like Maryland. Even if I don't think they're venomous, but yeah. Oh no. Well, I think that prejudice against reptiles is like very, very ingrained from the age of mammals and dinosaurs. Anyway, not a true cobra. Got it. How well blended, sir.
See it? You see it?
And don't worry, this crocodile does not eat turtles.
You see it? Right there. Right there. You see it? You see it? See it? The shot. Oh, you see it? You ever see it?
Cuban crocodile. Oh dear. Sorry, buddies. Only they can endure on in Cuba. Such majestic animals. Another crocodile. See you in a while. Look at that big old danger noodle. Aren't you glad there's glass?
No, we cannot go there.
Yeah, no tapping the glass.
We have to, no, we have to see from it.
Why do we have it?
We lost it. We lost our tail. We had a common ancestor with apes, and even before that, we had a common ancestor with monkeys, and the monkeys lost their tails and became us. Oh, that reminds me of how fun dissecting frogs and snakes and I think a pig fetus in 9th grade biology was. Well, considering the portion sizes that Americans like. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Look how big it is.
And then there's another exhibit on the opposite side that shows what it would look like if a human tried to do that.
Right, I saw that one.
That was so funny. I mean, basically they walk their teeth on each side of the prey, which is so cool. Now, this is the island life.
It's a rattlesnake. That's a small one. This is a copperhead.
Mama, this is a rattlesnake.
Not even in Texas.
That was hard to spot.
Yeah.
It's a rattlesnake.
This is a rattlesnake.
Right here.
Definitely glad I don't have to do that for real.
Yeah. Rattlesnake.
Though I hear they're very tasty. So I might try a rattlesnake in Nolans if I'm ever there. My friend was just there and I'm so jealous. Same with gator. Okay, I'm gonna speed run the rest of this because I am getting slightly overstimulated and need to get outside. Ooh. Could be cool to come back in on a weekday sometime and see scientists actually working on them. But there you go. I don't think they're out anywhere. Oh, ooh, ooh. I see. Okay. Like that. That makes sense. That is very bumpy skin, my goodness. Look at this absolute unit. Okay, so it's rivers in Southeast Asia. My guess would have been that this was a sea snake at first, but, well, that does not fit. Did you know that turtles were actually the most numerous species right after the Cretaceous? Really? Only 7% of mammals extant at the time survived, and they turned into all of the mammals that exist today. I thought these guys were statues at first. Goodness gracious, that is a lot of tortoise poop. Aldabra tortoise. Oh. Well, I did not know that. Cool.
Wow, that one's huge.
Now this guy is a unit. Look at that chunk with the flippers. You know he's coming. Other than that, it has a weird nose, not much. I'm more of a generalist when it comes to biology, like how evolution worked, but...
So why would this, so do you know, I guess you know.
So probably, if I had to guess, digging up sediment for food, with its nose. But let's see what it says.
So why wouldn't it, I mean, if it's just digging up sediment, then why not a big, like...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
A sea type?
Well, see, it's not about why, it's about... I randomly got born with a mutant nose one day and decided to do
That's not true. There's obviously a reason.
Well, I mean, and
why
then it was
mutations
adapted
occur.
to that habitat. That's the thing, is they discovered an advantage. I'm not sure what that advantage is with this guy. Again, it's only an educated guess, but
It's gotta be the nose.
I mean, the nose definitely was an adaptation that of some kind that helped it thrive in the rivers of New Guinea and Northern Australia. Well, that was an interesting detour in the Reptile House where I got to talk quite extensively about the KT boundary event and other things related to reptiles and evolution and adaptation, my trip to South Africa to see elephants and such. And yeah, now I'm on the other side of the vines from before at the Great Ape House proper. Okay, I actually detour to Gibbon Ridge first. And detour over because it doesn't look like anybody's home. But, well, it's nice that they have all these cool enrichment objects. It's also nice in general that the Smithsonian is trending towards including more tactile learning for kids who learn best that way, for instance. Like basically people who need fidget spinners will love this stuff. And it is very stimmy, for sure, for me as well. Again, I will be sure to attach the QR code in the description for this video so you can help. Okay, wow. Quite the handshake there. I remember when I visited the Bronx Zoo in, I believe it was 8th grade. I put my hand up to the glass kind of casually at the gorilla exhibit, and the baby gorilla, whose hand was a little bit smaller than the chimpanzee, I think. That makes sense to me, anyway. He put up his hand to the glass. Maybe he was like, oh, hey, evolutionary cuz. Well, that, I must say, was a very welcome, refreshing mister. Before, I mistakenly thought that the Great Ape House had been renovated when it's just that I was finally finding the other end where the orangutans were hanging out at the monkey house. So, you know, there we go. I don't remember this part being here, though. It is pretty cool, nonetheless. How these gorillas managed to sleep with all these people about, I have no idea. Look at the female and baby. And then Big Daddy. Wow. That is a silverback. Okay, I'll chase the dad later, but oh man, so cute. I think the food might be all gone there, bud. Hi there. Aren't you rambunctious today? Climbing all over your exhibit, literally. Wow, Dad's just chilling with a stick. Okay, now that is a much better view of our little daredevil. Still a little unsure of himself, it seems. Or herself, but carefully weighing options and going for it. That's actually the dad.
Oh, that's a daddy gorilla.
The mom's in the other area. Yeah. And now he's gone over to bother Dad.
Mom was over there?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yep.
that's it.
Typically there's sexual dimorphism in gorillas, so the males are much larger
Yeah, okay.
to compete for females, especially when you are powerful enough to be a silverback.
Yeah.
Literally.
Look at this big old gorilla.
Up. I think he's going for another attempt at that. Fine there. Or at least he's thinking about it. Upside down is the best way to think. It's got another stick. I'm not sure what it's for, but clearly the baby's interested in that. I don't think that's his spot anymore, so he's decided to find another one. Oh, there we go. Well, a single silverback can have multiple mates, so.
Is that the mom?
Possibly. I think there was the other, there's still the other one in the other exhibit. I don't see how she could have moved otherwise, but still, pretty cool.
Yeah. So cool. Look at the baby.
Oh, I think he wants help getting up. I don't know what's going on here.
Hello, what is it? Poor child.
Give it I think it's trying to lift it up a bit. Or I think it's just playing otherwise. Because I thought that she was going to try and assist him up to the other branch there, because that's what he seemed to be indicating by tapping that. But who knows? All right, following the babies. Hello. Aren't you beautiful? Such wonderful animals. And we're driving them to extinction. So unconscionable to me that we could be doing this to our cousins, basically. Oh, there's the baby. Or one of them. Seems like there's 2 or 3. I'm not quite sure. Oh, hello. I think that's a younger male. I'm not sure. There's like the less prominent brow ridge is clearly on the female. No prominent memories, so yeah, definitely a boy, but not the silverback of the troop for sure. I think he's just eating and not interested in talking to us. Why? We don't need smartphones every year, okay? We just need gorillas to stick around, please. Such majestic creatures should not be sacrificed to capitalist whims on the altar of deregulation and making America great again. Quite the art there. I'm not sure what meaning there is behind that, but it does seem intentional. Anyway. Alright. I want to be like you. I don't rain a time. Interesting facts. Alright, up the ridge to the small mammal house. as I mentioned to those two lovebirds, I think, who were asking me about that, only 7% of mammals survived the KT boundary event and then radiated out into all of this and us and gorillas and all the rest. Let's see. Probably hiding. Like maybe in that pouch thingy over there. I don't know why there's a chain blocking that, but hey, whatever. Let's see if I can find another one. Oh, I remember having almost that exact same climbing tree for our cat Odessa. Ooh. Oh. Up where? Oh, a civet. I think, yeah.
Well, we won't take you next time.
A fennec fox. Duh.
Stop.
This one friend of mine who is obsessed with fennecs will love this. I can't see much, but there you are. Sleepy guy. This animal has the power to sit so incredibly still that it looks like it's a statue or a stuffed animal. The most uncomfortable sleeping position ever, but he doesn't seem to mind. Well, the prehensile tail definitely helps with sleeping in trees like that. There you are again. And this one has a prehensile tail, so it can wrap around the branch. Where? Oh, chinchilla. Yeah, no, no. Excuse me. Oh, that's a sand cat. Again, I was gonna say civet, but sand kitty. Oh my goodness, so sleepy. Well, their range seems a little threatened, unfortunately. Cause I'm a sand cat. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Another one cleaning itself. So adorable. I could probably just film this guy for an hour. My best friend is currently in London and he'll flip for this. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen naked mole rats live before, as in not on Kim Possible.
Yes.
Well, how about that? I can see why they based their rodents of unusual size from Princess Bride on these guys. Alright, lemur time. Zubumafu was one of my favorite shows growing up, and definitely a favorite of my sister's too. From the good old days of PBS before they were threatened by fascists, in any case. Well, the ability to birth live young is not a characteristic of all mammals, as platypuses, they lay eggs. So, you know, there's that.
What happened?
It doesn't seem to be moving as slowly as I thought it would. Zootopia lied to me. Look at that shiny coat. Deliberate, not entirely slow, it seems. Relatively speaking, basically.
They only move so slow because they don't have energy.
That is a very astute point by that kid. Oh, there they are. Oh wait, those are lemurs, I think. Yeah, those are lemurs for sure. At least I think so. Oh, no, I was wrong. Tamarin monkey. There it is. What I do know about tamarins is that chimpanzees like to hunt them, actually. Usually by smashing their skulls in with stones. So, nature is weird. And they're off. Sound the starting gun. Oh my gosh, so cute and tiny and spinning a wheel. Oh, there's 3 of them.
Oh my god, they're both running together.
Wow, there's more in there.
I think he's helping his friend out with that. Or it's like, oh hey, it's my turn. Mom said I could have a turn at the orange wheel. Oh wow. Look at that cool theme park ride. Oh, look at you, you little scamp. Goodness. Really moving around today.
There is no escape.
Which mostly seems to consist of digging around for random stuff. For meerkats, it seems. I also remember, what was it called on Animal Planet? A heroic bystander helped me remember the name of the show. Meerkat Manor. That was goated way back when Animal Planet was the place for real and mythological fake news documentaries on like mermaids and dragons that I thought were real until I could look them up later. Yeah, again, I wonder what they're searching for. Seems like they have plenty of space to figure out whatever they want to do, which I'm happy about. Now that is a stash. That puts many Civil War beards to shame. Emperor, bearded Emperor Tamarin, got it. He looks like he rules over an empire. Go Emperors.
There's another one that has a beard.
Oh, so adorable. Now, isn't this just peachy? A humid rainstorm. But you know what? At least it's rain. So I should be cooled off by that. What is up here? You know, I vaguely remember this, actually. But let me confirm that, yeah, you know what? Definitely Przewalski's horse. Let's see if I'm right. Aren't you gorgeous? Is here eating, drinking? Probably eating. Ooh, that is not a lot of range, unfortunately. And look at you. Definitely drinking water. That is so cool. There's also another exhibit over here. You know what, it seems like it's just another place for the horses to come out if they want. Unless it's a different animal. Yeah, it actually doesn't look connected at all, so... Oh, wallabies. Another marsupial. Which is another interesting difference in mammals, where after being born, they still keep maturing for a little bit in the pouch. Marsupials compared to placental mammals, like, well, pretty much all other mammals, including us. This is why evolution threatened religious myths, because, well, if we weren't special, then how could we claim superiority? If we're just animals like everybody else, then we have to treat the earth with care, I guess. And that's too much for some people. Doesn't look like he's home. Yep, temporarily empty. Right, off to my last exhibit for today, the elephant trails. Hey, what am I kidding? I gotta see the panda still. Durr. Oh, not cool. Why? What for? That can't be replicated by something else. Oh, goodness. Well, I really don't want them to be. Please? Yeah, that they did. And a large part of the problem was that they ended up being fun to use in gladiator games for the Romans. I don't think any elephants are home, and I don't want to see any sad elephants in their exhibit, so I'm also gonna go to the panda exhibit and then call it a day. Unless... Oh, what's this? Oh, I did not know this zoo would allow North American deer to roam freely like this, but it does make sense. They are the wild animals that are native to here, so yeah, pretty neat. Otters are just the best. Well, they're also incredibly brutal to their prey, but like, to us, relatively speaking, they're cute. Look at this guy. Just so majestic. I thought he was gonna go climb up in the log, but I guess, you know, he wanted to stay swimming a little bit longer. I do not blame you. I think my pool is closed, though. Sorry for who's ever lost this was. But also, fantastic quote. Because we really do need to take better care of our planet and the other living and, you know, increasingly we're realizing sentient beings of this world. What a view. Look at them go. Boom. Nice. Once again, another QR code resource that I'll include in the description so you can spot an otter in the Chesapeake Bay of, yeah, and then submit that to the Smithsonian of Maryland, so. All right, let's see if the beaver's home. Wow. I wonder if the beavers processed that themselves or if their keepers did it for them. Probably the former, but, well, yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think they're not out, so there is a video that I can see. Whatever that is, it seems to itch real bad. Huh. I'm betting this red wolf is hiding in its den, away from the humidity. Again, I don't blame the mammals here. I blame climate change, which is gonna be something that the zoo is not gonna be able to talk about if the censorship goes through. That is a pool. Let's see. You around here? Oh, there it is. Such an incredible chunk. That's definitely a better angle to view this butte. Look at that shiny coat. You really do have to have an oily coat to keep from getting too damp from all that time in the water. Oh, owls. Oh man, I missed that. That would have been so awesome. Oh, but wow, pelican and sea lion together. I wonder, its wings were probably clipped. I imagine that it was a rescue. I'd have to look that up later. Still pretty cool to see them flapping anyway. That looks like a dominance display, if I had to guess. Or just an attempt to fly, maybe when its feathers are not fully formed. Oh, another nice place to cool off, for sure. Whew, whew. Okay, that comes fast. Much needed. Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang, look at them go. I can see how this would be a fun place to view feeding demonstrations. Oh, there's the amphitheater. Very cool. Another great place to view them, I imagine, when they come and swim around here. That would be great to work for, if I could at all. If the job market wasn't awful right now. Ah, there you are. I can see how this bear would be well suited to a very rocky environment like in the Andes. I am so far away from the pandas. I gotta try though. Me and the bee playground. I don't imagine that these children are actually exposed to bees. Might as well swing by Amazonia though. Why not? I did not realize how cool this place was. I don't think I've ever been to Amazonia before. Seems like it's very much geared towards kids though, and there's a lot of kids in the exhibits at the moment, so we'll see how much I'm able to capture. Let's see, can I spot this toad? Or the great tree frog? Do not. Huh. There's some mystery. Ah, good camouflage.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of the whole point, that you don't want to get eaten. I certainly will be an amphibian ambassador. Okay, there. Got a bit more room to work here. How many frogs do you use? Blue?
It's so hot.
For sure need a water bottle refill, and I'm very pleased with this. The haunted water fountain! It's doing it on its own! Oh no! Okay then. Oh, wow, it was going. Alright. Well, how about that? Glory, glory, hallelujah. hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His wings are flapping on. Well, unfortunately I don't think I can see him, but still so cool that they have an owl. I love owls so much. They're my favorite animals ever. Haha, pile.
Here's the map, Billy.
What? One incredibly annoying trek back up the hill later. You know, I remember one time a bat got into our house and we ended up having to trap it in the basement while I closed the door to my room in terror. It turns out that they needed to take it and dissect its brain to make sure it didn't have rabies, which was sad, but understandable. Saving of the American bison is one of the great conservation success stories, that's for sure. It is getting hairy out, so I think I'm gonna try to get to see the pandas, but then I'm definitely taking a lift home rather than the metro.
I would say it stinks.
Yeah, that's an elephant done. I'm not going to be able to recognize these elephants. I barely can tell people apart sometimes. I wonder where this is and if this is live. Good enrichment toy. I was very worried for the care of these elephants because of the usual criticisms of keeping elephants in such small spaces. Like, they can roam 50 miles in a day in their herds, so these are kind of on the small side, but still such a gorgeous animal. Flapping its lip like that. Broken tusk too. Oh my gosh, it is a downpour. Man. Not fun to be inside while it's raining like that. This is definitely the best angle that I'm gonna get on this elephant. So cool. Seems like both tusks are broken actually. Well, I think the information is a little outdated, but hey, I'll still be donating. Part of the problem with conservation is people tend to like the animals that are cutest and focus on those for conservation best, as opposed to something like a wild camel, which looks gross and spits. Panda house this way. They're definitely inside with all this rain. But that is still a very well designed exhibit for them that was empty for so long, and it made me so sad until finally the China gave us 2 more. I believe the only panda that isn't owned outright by China and leased to other countries is Mexico City, and they decided to never make that mistake again. Time is a little of the essence. That's why I'm not taking the closest overview. But if I don't manage to get much footage, I'll attach footage from the member preview back in the day. Seems like most of the mammals are thinking very similarly.
I think so.
Time for my final exhibit, the giant panda house.
Yeah.
It's amazing how such a large animal can eat such a nutrient-poor food.
Yeah.
But sometimes they also eat rats that attack the roots of those.
Oh, they do?
They are still bears after all.
Yeah.
Even deer will eat bird eggs at an opportunity for protein. And other carcasses.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, spectrum. Look at you being the cutest. I may be annoyed about how cynically the marketing trends towards pandas, but I can't deny how awesome they are. Now that is a cake. Huh. I did not realize that the Smithsonian kept a farm there for bamboo, but that does make sense. So this panda really just is not suited at all for this diet, it seems. Well, fingers crossed, because it is very hard to get giant pandas to mate. Look at that stuffed animal. My goodness. Aren't you the sleepiest? Ah. Can I indeed? I mean, other than the giant panda in the foreground, I was looking for one in the second one in the background, but that might not be the case. All right, some more about the history of pandas.
You said a baby panda?
Learning about reading. Look at these two goofballs. They have no idea how they're supposed to save the species. Oh, that's sad. Why? What advantage is there to pseudo pregnancies, Arg? Nice. Yay! I don't think I ever live streamed that. I really should have, because I thought I'd be able to see them forever, but nope. Oh, wow, that is not a lot of range. Jeez. Probably the few animals that have expanded their range largely consist of domesticated animals. Bamboo quest, huh? Oh, I see. It's like a giant version of the get the ball to the center goal game. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Oh, avoiding other obstacles. Let's see. Well, that's a bamboo checkpoint at least. There we go. And I think we're in the clear. Yay. How about that? Look at that stretch. Now that is what I call the life. Oh man. Why is this always closed when I check for it? I am so hungry. Yes, Sparrow always comes through. Mediocre pizza to the rescue. It is way too rainy out. I think I'm gonna eat this at home. And I'm not quite sure how the quality will be because this feels blisteringly hot and the other strombolis and pizza slices just sort of looked like they were sitting there and just being industrially warmed, which does not bode well. Okay, maybe one more exhibit on my way out. As this is a pretty cool way to show people how the biodiversity in their gardens works. Man, my dad's really got a garden going. We're actually growing corn somehow in our backyard. He's always had a green thumb. I don't know how, but I think it's probably genetic from centuries of farmers. Well, the fact that they were catbirds did not save them from cats. Interesting. I love the little fake mailboxes. Unless... Oh! Clever. I'm guessing these are old mailboxes that are repurposed, which would be a very good use for that. Yeah, most of the fruits and vegetables we eat depend on them. Yeesh. To clarify, that yeesh was about the fact that the pollinators are being threatened all over, like colony collapse disorder for bees, and that could pose a real threat to the food supply. Though, speaking of food supply, I think I'm gonna get some anti-ants to go along with my Sparrow. Never mind, it was closed. Probably for the best anyway, health-wise, after I just had a doctor's appointment. Alright, can't wait to see this when it's finished. And hopefully it won't be censored. National Zoo. I might do Boo at the Zoo with my friends at some point. But for now, if this is the only visit to the zoo this year, then it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Because, well, you know, this is just a singular icon of the city. All the panda statues attest to that. And it's unlikely to be censored in the same ways as the other museums if Donald Trump gets his teeny tiny hands on it. But they are going to get rid of any mention of climate change, is my worry. Now, this doesn't mean that this is inevitable. People should still write their representatives and donate to the Smithsonian and all that jazz. It's just, we have to be prepared. That's what this series is about, is preparing for the possibility of censorship by saving the museums ahead of time. Anyway, I'm gonna call my Lyft and order more things for dinner than just a stromboli. Y'all have a good one. I really just wish there were some outside benches right at the entrance, because my shoes are not for walking this much, and both my pinky toes are blistered. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed my director's cut of the National Zoo tour. Especially since, as of the recording of this video, you have 2 days to visit it before the government shutdown kicks in. Now, this is basically Donald Trump just wanting to take away healthcare from millions of people to pay for tax cuts for the rich. And so, he's lying about that going towards illegal immigrants in an attempt to blame the Democrats for the shutdown, but it's not working. So I imagine that this will be over in a few weeks, and hopefully in time for Boo at the Zoo, so that I can upload a tour of that. Maybe even mix these together in a separate video that shows the Halloween and regular versions of the exhibits if there's enough changes. Probably not, but we'll see. But the Smithsonian Institution is greatly at risk of political interference because of this stuff. And they still have to feed the animals and care for them, which means people need to be paid to do that. Yet, Russell T. Voigt, the T, it stands for Thurlow and probably also means furlough, has decided that the 2019 law that guarantees back pay for employees after shutdowns does not actually mean that, and that the administration can just pick and choose which people get paid or not. If that happens, then the entire Smithsonian could be devastated. Because who would want to apply for a job there if it could be at risk like this? Anyway, hope you all have a good one.